Zambian team of officials with Mekzulu, who is assistant referee, alongside Chokola Chante and Triwell Nyirenda is our fourth official. Michael Olunga there, number 14 in green, is the Kenyan captain. We'll be looking to lead the Harambee Stars towards a third victory in this qualifying campaign. Harambee Stars, who signify those who pull together. That's what Harambee, which is the motto of Kenya, means. Let us all pull together. An opportunity now to take a look at the starting 11 selected here by Benny McCarthy. That's Suleiman Collins Chijenche. Should be two players who will marshal the back line. Michael Ogada, Michael Olunga, as he is more commonly known, captains the side and will be in that number 9 position. Brian Okos is the goalkeeper. A couple of dangerous players off the bench as well, with Job Oshieng, who could prove to be the difference if both substitutes have a chance to shine in the game. We're talking about players missing for both nations. Yusuf Enda Yishimiye, the Nice defender, out injured for this game for Burundi. He's a big miss. Joseph Okumu, who plays for France, also in the French Ligue 1, missing for Kenya. So major players not here for both countries. It is Burundi who get the ball rolling. They kick us off from left to right in their traditional red strip. Kenya play in green. Match day 9 of the FIFA World Cup 2026 African Qualifiers. We are live here from the Intwari Stadium in Bujumbura, which is the economic capital of Burundi. Tiga, the political capital of the East African nation. This is very much a derby between these two countries. Burundi and Kenya separated by Lake Victoria and a little bit of Tanzania as well. See how they fare here. Wayman comes inside and finds a free man in the shape of Birigimana. All over the top. Akbar chases, gets the cross in, and the goalkeeper looks to be knocked out here. A little bit of concern shown by the Kenyan players. The way you want to start the game, and some of the Kenyans are not happy here. Player challenging for the ball was Bimenyimana. Looked like he was in his right to go for the ball, but inside 2 minutes here we're having a little bit of a concerning moment. Now the good news is that Brian Okos is sort of sitting up, should indicate that he's okay. The goal, that right leg goes in. Very dangerous there by Bimenyimana. Dives trying to play the ball, but perhaps a little bit reckless there. Kenyans are unhappy with how reckless the challenge is. Chijenje appealing for something here. Just wonder if we get another chance to watch the replays whether or not the studs of Bimenyimana catch Okop as he goes down to collect the ball, but McCarthy watches on here. He'll hope that he doesn't have to take off his goalkeeper inside the first 2 minutes of play. Sangwa, the Belgian head coach of this Burundi team, watches on. He might be thinking in the corner of his mind that possibly one of his players might be in trouble here with the referee. It looks like we're going to have a really early substitution with Omondi about to come on for Kenya. It looks like Okop is going to have to make way. Been stretchered off here, Okop. Still doesn't look to be particularly okay. In fact, I think McCarthy's gone across to make sure that he's okay. As Manodi Ambo comes on, and it is a red card shown to Bimenyimana. It's the worst possible start for Burundi. A man sent off with virtually their first attack, and it just looks so reckless when he went lunging into the challenge. Well, I don't think you've seen this quite often in a football game. Bimenyimana absolutely distraught, but we'll see it here. I don't know if that's harsh or not. It's difficult to tell what the decision is. I think the goalkeeper being stretchered off and the way he was, it was uncontrolled from Bimenyimana. Not quite sure if he catches him with his studs first or then if it's the knee as he comes flying in. Substitution here. So the Gormaya goalkeeper Bern Omondi has been thrown on the pitch here, and essentially Burundi are going to be playing the whole game a man down. There's minute number 7 on the clock, but from minute 2 to now we've not played due to the medical attention needed for Brian Okop. Given an almost perfect platform now to push on, get a victory here against Burundi. That red card has kind of just sucked the energy out of the ground here, sucked the energy out of the Burundi supporters. Kenya chasing a first competitive victory over Burundi since September 2000. Over 25 years now. It's going to take an almighty effort from Patrick Sangwa and his players to come away from this game with the win. Chance to run at the defence here. Couple of steps taken, lifted in straight into the arms there of Omondi. Give him a little bit of confidence, the substitute goalkeeper. Come on, and well, he had little time. Probably didn't expect to play at all this game. Kahona picks out Harper. Harper trying to force the issue with that through ball, collected by the Burundi defence, and the free kick given. It looked like the Burundi player just lost his footing in the turf. We saw that as a foul. Replay of that duel. Opportunity here as the ball drops, and it's a save that had to be made by Omondi, who didn't look particularly comfortable. Good strike by Suleiman. Harper. Handball given against number 17, Zanga. Over there trying to marshal the midfield. This is a through ball, which is going to reach Lenkupai Jr. Ronnie Otieno to take the long throw. Kabuya. Barge his way through here, Wilson, and he's done pretty well. Wilson's cross is just over the head of Michael Olunga. Nakimana. Burundi back in possession of the ball. Play there by Les Hirondelles, and it's held up nicely as well. Here's Akbar. Kanakimana, back to Akbar. Going to go behind for a corner. Harper filling his defensive duties there, but unable to keep the ball in play or to divert it out for a throw-in. Patrick Sangwa's team on the attack here, despite being down a man following the red card shown to Bimenyimana. Corner taken short. Waymans has to readjust. Skips away from one. Girumugisha. so lively, Jean-Claude Girumugisha. Little stature, which makes him very difficult to catch in tight spaces. Got quick feet as well. A real danger, the Al Hilal Omdurman man. Long throw to come from Akbar. Headed on by Mabanza, the arms of Berno Bonzi. And Kenya just need to settle down into the game and adjust to the red card shown here to Burundi. Suleiman. That's a better ball. Harper's not going to be able to keep it in play though. Right idea. You need to push up, press up, reduce the spaces. Suleiman tidies up. Ahono. Abuya breaks the first line of defence. Now Lenkupaya Jr. Ronnie Otieno didn't keep it in play. Burundi still trying to do their best here. They try to keep Kenya out of possession. It's not been frenetic pressing here by Benny McCarthy's players as they look to win back the ball. On the contrary, it's been very calm and composed from Burundi, with Kanakimana again holding the ball up nicely. That's more good football from Patrick Sangwa's players. Applauded by everybody here inside the Intwari Stadium. Nahimana, Wayman. Going to be a free kick given in favour of Mabanza. He wants something extra than just a free kick. Shijenja there, guilty of committing the foul. Hilary Hambaba, our Zambian referee, has already a lot of hard work to do, showing that red card to Benyimana. I'm not sure if it was hard work or not, but certainly had to make a big decision early on. Nahimana looking for the cross field, headed away there by Ahono. Doesn't reach Wilson. Good play, and that should be it. The first yellow card of the match shown to Harper. Clearly tucked back, Kanakimana. And it is going to be a yellow card. As clear foul as you're going to see. Something just to keep Vincent Harper preoccupied now. The last thing Kenya want to do is to restore numerical parity by having a man of their own sent off, but Kanakimana, who's a clever player, will look to target Harper. Wayman's delivery, headed away. Abuya keeps it in play. Harper with the clearance. Shijenje. Otieno, rolling it forward. Lenkupai Jr. cross, kept out by Nahimana. Kenya's first half-sighter goal, but it might allow for a counter-attack. Girumugisha. Mabanta trying to stay on side. Girumugisha goes down and wins the free kick. Burundi players playing with some confidence and some determination at the moment, considering that they're a man down. I don't think there's any contact as it happens from Shijenje there. It looks to be a pretty clear dive from Jean-Claude Girumugisha. I think it's something that, in all honesty, we're going to have to expect throughout the game, with Burundi trying to use the dark arts of football, shall we call them, to their advantage, considering their numerical disadvantage. Taken quickly, and Abanza's header straight out Omondi. I feel that Kenya just need to establish themselves, settle down into the game. Not the first time I've said that, but it really does look the case that they are just struggling a little bit. Akbar combining with Kanakimana. The Harambee Stars, 111th in the FIFA World Rankings. Burundi 40 places further down in 141st, but it is Burundi who are playing the better football at the moment, and Kanakimana takes advantage of Harper's slip, and this could be interesting here. Harper's on the yellow card, the give and go is good, and the cross wasn't. Lovely football there from Burundi's two wide players. Left for dead, Harper. It really needed a better delivery into the box there from Kanakimana. First time we've seen Benny McCarthy pass on the instructions. Patrick Sangwa looking a little bit more relaxed than his counterpart so far. Suleiman. Abuya. So apologies for those technical difficulties there. We are very much back here at the Intwari Stadium, Bujumbura, and I'm happy to say that you haven't missed anything. Burundi still trying to keep up the attack. Waymans with the long throw. Mabanta couldn't quite connect it. Akbar. Kupaye Jr. comes away with it. Goes to ground in a hopeful manner. Lenkupai Jr. He was a little bit isolated. Not much he could have done in that situation. Wayman trying to curl it into the path of Girumugisha, and he's managed to do it. Girumugisha, but the ball's gone out of play. for certain is that at the moment, Burundi are finding it easy to threaten Kenya's back line. Let's have a look here. Doesn't seem like it did go out of play, the ball. Shijenya might be a very, very lucky man. Mugisha's gone down, and this would be another massive blow for he to leave his teammates. His speed, his drive are so useful on the counter-attack, and what we are seeing from Burundi mostly is counter-attacking football. They're finding a lot of joy when Kenya are trying to push forwards, and then they're getting caught on the break with the speed of Kanakimana and Mugisha. Have a look again. No, the ball didn't cross the line. Benny McCarthy cannot be happy with what he's seen so far. Earlier opportunity for Kenya. Olunga trying to stretch a leg and make contact with Lenkupaye Junior's ball in, and it was Nahimana who got a strong right hand to that. Did well, the Burundi goalkeeper. We're able to get back underway here. Kenya with a little bit more control, without being necessarily too dangerous at the moment. Ahono tries to switch. Then Kupaya Junior. A bit of a slip there. The yellow card shown. Burundi players crowding round the referee, hands all over him as well. This is not something you should be seeing. Have to have a look at the challenge again. Burundi's players saying that there was a stamp on Giro Mugisha, who's been causing all sorts of problems, the Al Hilal Omdurman man. Oof, that's that is reckless by Suleiman. He's missed the ball, he's gone with his studs on the side of Giro Mugisha. Coaches are getting involved as well. At least Benny McCarthy is taking issue with some of the Burundi staff as Patrick Sangwa continues to pace down the sidelines. Are we about to see a second red card? He's not done it deliberately, and the contact is slight. Giro Mugisha rolls and rolls, but I think he's adding there contact. But you've seen those given. Suleiman has very cleverly gone away, trying to get as far as possible from this in the hope the referee doesn't change his mind and dish out a second straight red card of the game. Patrick Sangwa takes the opportunity to pass on some instructions to Mabanza and get involved in anything out there on the pitch. Giro Mugisha still receiving medical attention. Michael Olunga trying to make the case that the player needs to be taken off the pitch. A number of Burundi players here, 3 of them standing round the referee. Olunga's clearly passed on the instruction to his teammates to stay away and let him deal with it as the captain. Wayman's lifting up his shirt, seemingly indicating that Giro Mugisha got markings down his side. I mean, in fairness, it looked to me like there wasn't too much clear contact. Yes, the foot is raised. Yes, the studs are forwards. It didn't seem to me like Suleiman went in with any force on the ribs. We'll see it here, look. Maybe his studs on his heels just catch the man slightly. There was never a press. We are going to resume with just a yellow card shown to Suleiman and a free kick for Burundi. So half an hour gone here, and it is still 0-0, but it has been anything but a quiet first half hour of play in Burundi. Ahono there. Stayed on the ground. To be moving a little awkwardly. Just probably needs to run it off the Kenyan centre-back, Harper. Get us back on the way. Cijenci. Straight out of play. Mabanza still appealing for a free kick that never came. Waymans with the tackle. Lenkupaya Jr. Trying to have a little bit more solidity at the moment, Kenya, just trying to keep the ball a little bit more. Not quite working what they're trying to do in terms of getting through the players. Mabanza can possibly counter-attack here with the speed of Jean-Claude Girumugisha. Defending this time from Shijeye. Palmed away by Nahimana. More not the most convincing play shown by Nahimana. Or by Kenya for that matter. Shijeye. Another wayward pass by the defender. Missed opportunity certainly. Oh no. So very scrappy from Kenya's point of view. Real lack of intensity shown from Benny McCarthy's players, a lack of quality as well. Possibly surprisingly so. Lenkupaya Jr. that goes straight to Nahimana. Mabanza. Another reckless challenge by Lenkupaya Jr. when you look at it. A couple of the tackles we've seen have been very reckless indeed. Really disjointed first half. But they're not happy with the reaction from Lenkupaya Jr. Michael Olunga trying to play peacemaker. Nahimana wanted to take it quickly, he's not going to be able to do so. Wayman. Considering that Burundi have been down to 10 men rather for 38 minutes out of the 40 we've played, this has been a really good performance, and possibly here with Mabanza. Shot didn't really clear the first man, but Michael Olunga trying to get through here. Nahimana first to it, needed to be. Cannot allow a strike of Michael Olunga's quality to run through a goal. Wayman. Big clearance down the middle, Akbar controls. No real problems there from Akbar's point of view. Again, Burundi trying to force the issue here. Gideon Mugisha calling for it. Wayman either doesn't see him or doesn't want to use him for now. And there's another hefty challenge on the Burundi number 7. This time it's Wilson. And Michael Olunga was there. Be a bit of work for Bernamondi. Harper with the clearance. Akbar, who's had a good first 45 minutes. It drops to Mugisha. Mugisha, shot blocked by Harper. Has to get it right considering he's on a yellow as well. Mondi. Better football here. Otieno moving as much as he can move at the moment, Otieno, but it's won back again by Burundi. Sanga, Sadar from Sanga. Kept in by Akbar. We're being told that there are going to be 6 minutes of time added on. And here we go, confirmation from our fourth official, Tribal Nyirenda. 6 minutes added on. That very long delay at the start of the game. Brian Okoff taken off and Bimenyimana sent off inside the first 2 minutes. And there was a long delay as well as Mugisha received medical attention. But after all that, Kenya, who have very much been the second best on this pitch, with a half chance to threaten Nahimana's goal. Lunga watching on, but poor delivery from Abuya. Had no service. Michael Lunga. It was a cross by Lenkupaya Jr., but Benny McCarthy's players, despite having an extra man on the pitch for the almost entirety of that half, have created very, very little. That's what will be really disappointing for Benny McCarthy, who we know is an attacking-minded coach, someone who very recently was working with Manchester United. Tough watch if you're a Kenyan. These first 45 plus minutes for Burundi, the performance that fill you with pride. Nahimana. Nahimana did well, and now Mabanza to get round Ahono, who defends that really well. Abuya. Lack of positivity from Kenya in this first half has been really, really clear and evident there. Otieno trying to come forward. Another misplaced pass, and there was a simpler ball available. Olunga, arms out wide. Suleiman raises a hand in apology, but you would imagine Benny McCarthy, having worked with Manchester United, it seems appropriate that Manchester United analogy that the hairdryer is going to be used by Benny McCarthy at half-time. The hairdryer treatment, which was made famous by Sir Alex Ferguson. Mabanta. Otieno. Lenkupaya Jr. That's better with Harper coming down the left. Olunga sets off. Harper chooses not to use him. Now he's got a skipper available. Olunga. Lenkupaya Jr. A couple of players down in the box. That's another miscued ball fired in by Wilson. We might see some changes at the break. In many ways you can tell that this is a matchday 9 game in a World Cup qualifying campaign where two teams have nothing to play for, coming head to head. No hope for either of these teams to even finish in second place. How dominant Gabon and Côte d'Ivoire have been. The Elephants, for now, still top of Group F. Ahono. Harper. Lenkupaya Jr. Too strong, rash tackle, one back by Kanakimana, who finds a bit of space, and Giru Mugisha peels away to the left. Kanakimana ran into traffic, and Shijenye held his ground, and now it's Michael Olunga who's going in the opposite direction. A little bit of class shown by the captain here. 2 steps away, now Wilson's long strike, and it's a brilliant save by Nahimana. The best we've seen from Kenya, which comes on the stroke of half-time. Looks like it was heading into the top corner, that from Wilson. Bizarre trajectory, maybe took a slight deflection, but Nahimana with a strong right hand. The corner here for Kenya with 30 seconds remaining of the added 6 minutes, a minimum of 6 added minutes. Corner taken short, but no one taking up the man. In it comes to the far post, and it's cleared away somehow. Nduwaru Gira, and now the counter-attack is on with Kanakimana. Akbar. Free kick given against Shijenye. Took one for the team. But the half-time whistle goes. It has been a first 45 minutes where at the end of the
minuti nadoklade.
man down, but a first half with plenty of positives. It must have been a half-time prep talk that was difficult for Patrick Sangwa. The Belgian head coach of this Burundi team watched his team dominate Kenya despite going down to 10 men after barely 2 minutes of play. Kenya will have been given the famous hairdryer treatment at half-time by Benny McCarthy, who surely cannot be happy with what he saw from the Harambee Stars in that first half. Kenya, who failed to take advantage of the numerical superiority. Kenya, who failed to really threaten Nahimana in the Burundi goal until virtually the last kick of the first half, when Wilson's long-distance effort was parried by the Burundi goalkeeper. That's the situation at half-time. Just wonder if Burundi have spent a lot of energy in the first half chasing after the ball, trying to threaten Kenya, and whether or not Kenya is going to be able to grow into this second half. They're coming forwards here, but Wilson gives the ball away immediately, and the counter-attack might be on for Burundi. They use Kanakimana and Girumugisha, the two speedsters. This team to great effect in the first half, causing all sorts of problems. We'll have to see whether they can continue in the same vein in the second half. Wayman out wide it goes. Here is Girumugisha, fan favourite, and his partner kept it in play somehow. Headed away at the far post, collected edge of the box, and it's a wild effort in the end from Nsanga. But Girumugisha, every time he touches the ball, the crowd get excited. Very cleverly done, making Ronnie Otieno look a little bit silly there. All finish in the end. A reminder of how things stand in Group F of the African Qualifiers. Ivory Coast the top with 20 points, Gabon second with 19, the Gambia third with 10, Burundi also on 10 points, Kenya right behind those two on 9 points. Burundi beaten in the last two World Cup qualifiers, which effectively ended any hopes they had. As the ball's put forward here, Otieno, good feet, dinks it at the far post, caught by Nahimana, who again quickly looks for the speed of Girumugisha, but this time can't keep it in play. Kenya's next and final game will be against Ivory Coast in Ivory Coast. So Benny McCarthy's team may yet still have a part to play in this qualifying campaign, because the battle to finish top of this Group F is set to go down to the wire between Gabon and Côte d'Ivoire. They prefer to be called French pronunciation rather than the English one. Côte d'Ivoire, who are away to Seychelles tomorrow, a match that you would assume is only going to be routine for the Elephants, who are yet to concede in this qualifying campaign. Both times they've dropped points was in goalless draws against Gabon, in their last qualifying match for the Elephants, and against Kenya in Kenya. Seychelles, meanwhile, have got the worst defence in this African qualifying campaign, having conceded a whopping 39 goals. Djibouti are the second worst defence in the league, having conceded 31. Seychelles have only scored 2. The Island nation really struggling to make any sort of impact and to draw any kind of positive from this qualifying campaign. Yes, they were put in a very difficult group alongside Côte d'Ivoire, Gabon, Burundi, Kenya, Gambia. 5 minutes into the second half, Kenya with a free kick. That could be dangerous if Otieno put in the right delivery. Otieno or Wilson. It is Otieno. It's back to Wilson. Took too long and it's easily blocked. What's been surprising has been at no point in this game, which essentially has been 10v11 from the start, have we said or has there been an inclination to suspect that Kenya have really worked and taken full advantage of the numerical superiority they have. They've not really pressed, they've not really been able to inject any kind of rhythm in the game. They've not been able to inject any pace in their transition or to impose their physicality. It has been, for lack of a better word, a really pedestrian performance from Benny McCarthy's players. That's another pass where Abuya drifts alongside the attackers, but he's just taking up the space rather than providing a link in the midfield. A little bit more of a press there, which isn't going to lead to anything. If anything, it might open up for the who once again try and find the speed of Girumugisha. He comes inside unchallenged. Girumugisha. And that's going to be a free kick in an excellent position here. Mabanza. Drawing the foul there from Ahono. Or rather, it was Dichenye. You have to say that Burundi, for all their efforts, would really deserve a goal here. A couple of candidates interested in this one. Wayman's one of them. And the strike, that's a long way off target in the end from Mabanza. On the free kick, he wanted to take the free kick. Wayman who plays his football for Beerschot in the Belgian Challenger Pro League, the second tier of professional football in Belgium. Calmly done by Bernard Mondi, substitute goalkeeper. Kenya are the joint top scorers in Group F. Really shown that goal scoring spark as of yet. Instead, it's another wayward ball. Girumugisha Kisha, couple of step overs, tries to find an angle. Akbar. Shot blocked. Drop to Michael Olunga, who's got runners. Olunga. See Michael Olunga's different quality compared to the rest of the Kenyan players out there. He never loses the ball, holds it off so nicely, allows his team to break forward. Gets the top side then. After the restart, it is still goalless here between Burundi and Kenya at the Intwari Stadium. Uma can't win it back. He has now. To Kabuya. Kupaya Jr. Otieno. Better from Kenya, who need to move it from side to side. A little bit of skill. And now it's might reach. And Kupaya Jr. no. Kenya for once using the space available to them, putting a couple of passes together, trying to stretch out that Burundi defence, which has been defending in a very concentrated block for most of the match. Good ball. Otieno. Now Wilson. Edge of the box. Player there. Abuya finds his feet and fires. Wide. Wasting no time. They're desperate to try and get a win. What is their last home game of this World Cup qualifying campaign. Kenya up next against Côte d'Ivoire. Burundi meanwhile will be up against Gabon in Gabon. Turns into trouble. Uma collects. Olunga now. Abuya. Wilson. Otieno arrives. Pass there from Wilson to Otieno. A little bit tidier by Kenya, but still lacking a little bit of that cutting edge, and nearly drops to Mabanza. It might drop to Olunga. And Kupaya Jr. Uma. Beats one. Uma. Wilson, they're queuing up for it here. Wilson. It's Uma. And it's slapped over by Nahimana. Better football from Kenya. Wilson, that's an excellent ball back into Uma. Takes a wicked deflection, which Nahimana is able to react to quickly enough to just palm over. are ruled out, we can return to action with a corner for Kenya. Taken short, Uma standing on the edge of the box, lifted in, it reaches Ahono. It is going to be a Burundi ball mistake by Ahono. Heads on, not going to reach Kanakimana, who compared to the first half has seen very little of the ball. Otieno's flick doesn't reach the man. Here is Kanakimana. These three attacking players forward. Bichirimana arriving in support, he's at the far post, Ahono defended that one well. Sanga, Wayman, Girimana. A couple of substitutions gearing up here for the Kenyans. Enjoy that tussle, but was there a reaction there from Otieno? Looked to me like Ronnie Otieno kicked Guido Mugisha. Oh, this could be contentious, very contentious. No further action taken. I would be very curious. Have a look at that again. The goal kick, Nahimana is going to take that goal kick, but first we might have those substitutions for Kenya, and it is going to be a double change operated by Benny McCarthy. First change, Otieno makes way with Ryan Rabok coming on, and Job Oshieng is going to be introduced with Duke Abuya making way. Abuya is usually a player who really controls the midfield, not doing so today. 25 minutes left to play in this second half. It is still goalless between Burundi and Kenya. Wilson, good feet by Wilson. Rabok, the substitute, good tackle. It is going to be a corner. Marco Weymans did well. Very good tackle, very, very good tackle. Needs to get it spot on, otherwise it's a penalty, and perhaps he's a little bit unlucky that it wasn't a goal kick. Defending here for Burundi. Uma, good delivery, it's at the head of Olunga. Couldn't steer it on target. Wayman. Burundi giving this as good a go as they can. Given away though by Mabanza. Off the ball. Speed on play at the moment. Wayman caught into possession by Wilson, who can't keep it in play. Left. Bangwa going to make a couple of changes next for this Burundi team. Mabanza, another really good touch by Kirumugisha. By Junior, Uma, played well since coming on. Uma. A chance to threaten here down the wing, and it's a good save by Nahimana. Uma. Lovely football again for Lunga. Now it opens up. Oh, that's superb. Lovely, lovely goal. Ryan Rabok finally breaks the deadlock, and the substitute has come up with a moment of quality in a game that has been lacking quality for its vast majority. The Kenyans celebrate, but the Kenyans needed to improve after half-time, and they have. Just as Patrick Sangwa was going to make changes for his team, he's made them now. It's Puma Olunga to Ryan Rabok, who just curls it, and that is unstoppable for Nahimana. Can't do anything about that one. Lovely footwork, nobody stops him, nobody picks him up. Into the top corner that goes. So here are the changes. Liam Sanga and Bienvenu Kanakilana makes way. Makono and Hiron Gozi are introduced. They're going to have to find a little bit of quality that they've been lacking, though. That final third, they've been chasing after the players for so long. The cross, and it seems to hit the hand of Mabanta. The penalty, which he's not going to get. No chance of that penalty. Where it might be Kenya's turn to start wasting a little bit of time. Ryan Ogam, who plays his football in Austria for Wolfsberger AC, currently second in the Austrian Bundesliga. By Nahimana. Kiromugisha. Kirimana. spreads it. In the middle it goes, too far ahead of Mabanza for the Burundi striker to threaten. Kenya now just going into cruise control. No reason to rush anything. They've got the all-important goal they needed, the Kenyans, which for now is giving them 3 points, which will move them up into third place. Better football again. Ochieng, good ball to pick out Wilson. Wilson. Fierce shot, which was well blocked by the defender. And Kupaya Jr. played better since moving more central. Otieno. And Kupaya Jr. again. Otieno again. Uma. Made a real difference, almost coming on. It was very, very good, calming presence in the midfield where Abuya wasn't. Neither was Suleiman when he played there in the first half. Since moved to left back in the place of Harper Suleiman, but Kenya all round have played better football. Wilson's got it. It's a good thing that Ndua Rugira is there to tidy up. So 2 more changes being made here by Benny McCarthy. Wilson comes off with Muchiri introduced, and Michael Olunga, who didn't score but who, as usual, was a focal point for this Kenyan team, who was a leader when he needed to stay calm and composed. He makes way, and Nabwire is on in his place. Takes over the captain's duties for the remainder of the match. 10 or so minutes left to play. Benny McCarthy with a warm embrace for his skipper and his star player. Kupaya Jr. touch here. Muchiri, first touch for him. Again, the Kenyans moving this from side to side, trying to find a player free. Wayman's watchful, stops that, reaching Muchiri. You can see the live updates here of the table in Group F, and Kenya moving above Burundi and the Gambia with one game left to play and a better goal difference as well compared to the other two nations. Gabon and Ivory Coast, as we've said multiple times, are untouchable at the top of Group F. Second goal would settle a lot of nerves in the Kenyan camp. By Junior. Might have been caught late. Muchiri giving away the free kick. And Burundi got the strength to find an equalising goal, which they would deserve for the way they've conducted themselves, despite playing almost the entirety of the game. A man down, Mabanza had Girumukishima available. Mabanza's lost it eventually, and now the counter-attack is on. The Harambee Stars can break. Muchiri stayed onside. It's a good ball to pick him out. Heavy touch, Wayman with another big tackle. That's going to be yellow card shown. Ronnie Otieno threatening to receive that yellow card all game. Another change. Bijirimana comes off. Introduction here. Number 21 for Burundi. Another Bijirimana, Abedi Bijirimana. To be a real threat. Abedi Bijirimana plays club football not far away from Burundi and Rwanda for Police. Ball comes in, stopped by Abedi Bijirimana. We're into the last 5 minutes now. Suleiman yellow card, perhaps a little bit fortunate not to be shown a straight red in the first half, Suleiman. Nahimana. Kirumugisha. Ball stay in play. It did. Kirumugisha, can he cap it off with a shot? Referee sees an infringement and awards the free kick. Another excellent free kick here. Needs to be in the right position though. For Bernard Mondi. Goalkeeper needed to be. That like in the first half, we are going to have 6 minutes added on at the end of the second half. 6 minutes for Burundi to find an equalising goal. Those 6 minutes added on as Kenya looking to mount an attack, shot blocked. Puma. Might be the moment here for Burundi. The header's there! And what a save! Bernard Mondi's earned his wages there. That is a wonderful stop. Just sticks out his left hand and he catches it. And he stops Abedi Bichirimana from scoring. Again, Abedi Bichirimana given as a free kick, put wide anyway by Anta. but surely heading towards their first victory against Burundi. 2000. If Benny McCarthy's players can hang on. Still looking to attack here. Mabanza in the middle calls for it. Just going to be a throw-in. Vigirimana. Another good cross. And Mabanza. A couple of distraught faces in the stand. Two headers in added time, very nearly earning Burundi a draw. Nahimana. Minute and a half remaining. For one final charge. He had the shot and he very nearly had the back of the net as well. Wayman. Is this the last chance to lose? It's a throw-in. Waved on by the referee. They need to get forward here, Burundi. Wayman. Is this the late drama? The bicycle kick attempt. It's all over here at the Intwari Stadium. Kenya have managed their first victory in a competitive match against Burundi since 2000, with Kenya moving third in Group F. The East African derby turns in favour of the Harambee. Not easy, not straightforward, not pretty for most of the game by Benny McCarthy's players. But in the end, they got the job done. The final score, Burundi 0, Kenya 1. game where a lot happened here in Bujumbura, Burundi, Kenya, where handed a good start to the game when there was a dismissal inside 2 minutes for Burundi midfielder Menyimana rather. It did force off Brian Okoff, the goalkeeper, but from then on you really expected Benny McCarthy's team to kick on and win the game comfortably. It was anything but comfortable for Kenya. Burundi by far the better team in the first half. In the second half the Harambee Stars did improve, but in the end it was a goal from substitute Ryan Rabok defined the game. A very good individual strike from Rabok, allowing the Harambee Stars to get this victory on the road and keep the bragging rights in the East African derby. A first victory for Kenya over Burundi since September 2000. The last 3 competitive meetings between these teams had all ended in a draw. When you look at what it's done to the standings, it's not really going to alter much in terms of where everybody stands in Group F. It does change things for Kenya, who make it back-to-back wins in the World Cup qualifying campaign and move up into 3rd place, 2 points clear of the Gambia who play against Gabon tomorrow. Burundi will finish their qualifying campaign in their next game away from home against Gabon. This is the last game on home soil of this World Cup qualifying campaign for Patrick Sangwa and for Burundi.